welcome to this tutorial that is the LoopELoops. Today we are making this gorgeous little bunny ornament that is named after my two kids, Evy and Lo. And yeah, this is what we are doing for Easter, but you can do them for baby buntings, you can use them for keychains, whatever you want to use them for. Just have fun with it, okay? So meet me up to see what you will use for them. So what I have been using for this tutorial is this gorgeous creamy yarn by Yarn & Colors called Super Must Have, and it's 100% mercerized cotton and it requires a 6 to 7 millimeter needle. I have used a 6 millimeter because I wanted it to be quite nice and tight. I have also used just some simple kitchen string to hang it from, a darning needle that goes with the yarn, a hook for the yarn and a hook for pulling this through. This is optional, you can use the needle of course too, and a little scissor. But that's it, and you can use whatever yarn, whatever hook you want that goes with it. You can make it into a mini one. This one is used Yarn & Colors Must Haves and the 3 millimeter hook, or you can go supersized and use the what was the name? Urban! This is Urban, which is an acrylic yarn, which is huge. So for this one I used a 13 millimeter hook. So as you can tell, big and small, you can do them all. Let me just scooch this over and you can tell the size. So you can have really fun with this pattern. As you can tell, it's really there. Go ahead and pick out the yarn in a lovely color and take your hook and your tee and meet me up for step number 1. Okay, so to begin, we start with a slip knot on our hook and then simply chaining 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now we are turning back and slip stitching into this very first chain that we made to make a circle like that. And this is our head. So we are going to make 2 ears now, and we are doing that by simply chaining 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And then we are going right back into that first chain space there. We already have a slip stitch in, and make another slip stitch. So chaining and slip stitching. There we go. Now we have a right ear. We need a left one too. So chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Head back down into the same space and slip stitch. There we go. Easy peasy lemon breezy. We have a little head space. We have one ear and the second ear right there. Okay, so for the second part of the bunny, we are going to make 10 single crochets back into the first chain 6 space, that is our head, okay? So 1, 2, I'm working over my yarn end here, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, 8, squeezing them a bit to the side, 9 and 10. And if you feel like yours a little bit gappy, you can always add more single crochets to it. What we are going for is this gorgeously round shape. So if you need more, do more. If you need less, do less. It doesn't matter. It's just the shape we are after, okay? So I'm dropping the back end here. We are going to go back and fasten it off later. And now we are heading into the ear section. And this is quite simple. So we are skipping the slip stitch. And then into the first chain 5 space, which is the right ear, we are doing 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Then we are making a picot by chaining 2 and then go through the front loop and the first leg of the last stitch, the single crochet. I call it the brackets, I don't know what you call it, but into the side there. There we go, cute little tip. And then we are going to do 3 more single crochets. 2 and 3. And that is our first E, but as you can tell, it's hanging right out there. So we are going to go over here, right in here, back into the chain 6 space. So look what I'm doing. I'm just taking my hook, placing it in the center, grabbing the yarn and doing a really tight slip stitch. Okay, so tighten it off and there we go. It's in place. So for the lefty, we are doing exactly the same as for the right. So 3 single crochets into the next chain 5 space here, chaining 2 and slip stitching through the brackets here to create that little tip. There we go. And then working 3 more single crochets. 2 and 3. Well done! Look, it's so cute already. Okay, so what we are going to do now, just to finish this, is to skipping the slip stitch and instead into the first single crochet of the round, the 10 you placed here, into the chain 6 space, the first one here. Just slip stitch simply. So we get the E down and in place. It should look like this, and you can just shape it up a little bit if you want to. And then it's easy peasy. We are cutting the edge and grabbing that little nail that I placed somewhere. Wait. Just pulling the end up. I'm usually a fan of the invisible join, but here we really want it to stay in place here. So I'm just taking a needle and going through some place here, there we can go, and just pulling it back, because look, then you can't really tell where to begin and end. And then I'm just simply gonna fasten off the ends here, someplace where it's a lot of stitches, because then you can hide it really, really well. So there we go, that's it. Just weave in those ends on the back side a little bit neatly, because it can be, since it's going to hang in some Easter eyes, or you're going to use them for a baby mobile, so the back will be shown. So do that and meet me up to do the hanger. So to hang your little bunny, you can do it like this. I have taken a little piece of thread and put through the back side of the left ear, and I'll show you how to do that. If you want to do it as a bunting or something, you can just slip stitch a chain and then attach to 1 or 2 of the ears and then continue on. That is also a way to do it. But I've cut off, I think it's about 30 centimeters long end, and then I'm just taking my hook, and I think, as you can tell here, I have 2 really good bars on the back. So I'm placing a thinner hook, this is the bigger one, taking a thinner one and just pulling through, and then I'm gonna close it with a lark's knot. Ooh, there we go. I simply take the ends and pull it through the loop there. Easy peasy. And then I'm just doing the final touch, a little knot on top. Don't want to make the hanging loop too small, because then it's hard to get it up into onto a twig or something. But there we go. Sorry, messy. There we go. Simply, easy, really cute. And I wouldn't do the same. You can do it with the yarn that you're using, but then try to split it or something, because otherwise this abstract might be overtaken by it. But yeah, this is just a really cute, a really quick make. I hope you will have fun with it. Hang it on a twig for Easter, or just in a baby bunting, or on your keychain. So many possibilities. But yeah, have a lovely, lovely day, and please check out, we have a lot more. We have the tiny tie knots, which is a bunny pattern 2, which is a little bit more on the amigurumi side. And we also have the Easter, puffy Easter medallions that you can do for Easter too. So yeah, we are going to keep you busy. Have a lovely, lovely day, and see you soon again. So cute. Bye! And I almost forgot, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, put on the notifications and everything, because fun stuff keeps on coming, and we would love it if you saw it first. So see you later. Bye!